it's gonna be a test for us, because if we don't nail this one, then we're gonna really start the season with a bad note, because we've already had a very miserable transfer season.
You still talking about that?
You still talking about the transfer season?
So basically, you are giving your excuse early lah. Of let's say the United is not performing. That means transfer season.
First of all, I hate you for saying that, because it's not. So it's not.
It's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
Yeah.
It's not an excuse.
So
It's a disclaimer.
No.
This is Kiss My Badge, for the fans, by the fans, covering the most watched league in the world. And let us go into game week 2, guys. So there are a few exciting games that are coming up this Saturday. Arsenal versus West Ham. What do you think?
Arsenal, of course.
Arsenal.
Because I'm really happy with how Arteta is forming the team and how they are playing. And seems that, they have a plan. And they are quite organized. And I'm quite, there's no heart attack when every time they have to defend. There's not much mistakes anymore. There's no David Luiz. There's no Mustafi. Okay. Even Kolasinac also. So I'm very confident with Tierney. I'm even thinking of putting Tierney's name at the back, because the font very nice.
The font is nice.
Yeah. Only thing I'm a bit scared is Bellerin. Bellerin, please know that you're a defender, not just a attacking wing back. Yeah. Okay. And on top of that, there's Willian, there's Gabriel, and Rob Holding. For now, Rob Holding. Then slowly Saliba come in.
Holding. The last game, he actually he's doing a keep it up with the ball.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Yes.
Bloody hell.
He tried, right, at the opponent's half.
What the hell?
So they are playing with confidence.
Yes.
And they are playing, I think, very organized manner lah. And Arteta, I think a big part of it is Arteta. So when you see this game against West Ham, London Derby, I'm quite happy. I'm quite hopeful that Arsenal can win it.
Okay.
And even in the subs bench, you got Ceballos coming in. Yeah. If Willian tired, he's a bit old, but I think if Arteta wants to change the tactics, right, Ceballos can come in.
I like it when you discount Pepe.
Pepe also can come in. It's okay.
Pepe.
The youngsters also can come in. It's alright. Yeah. So, and Aubameyang and Lacazette in attack.
Yeah.
I think is quite little to me. I still respect Lacazette. Even though whether he's going or not, I still like him as our striker, actually. Yeah. So it's good. Martinelli is there also. Okay. So looks good, man.
Looks good. Arsenal edging West Ham, you think?
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Okay.
Arsenal home, right?
Arsenal home, yes. Okay. So
doesn't matter actually. Arsenal home or away. But their
he's
away
got,
form
he's got
is
the
worse.
vibes. He got the vibes.
Yeah, Arsenal form away was the worst, but because they won in their first game, so okay lah, can lah.
3 points, 3 points.
Good vibes.
Okay, next one. United versus Crystal Palace. Satish, what do you think?
United, judging by the performance previously, we came with a 2-0 victory away at Selhurst Park. This time we're at home. We've got Donny van de Beek potentially to cover for Pogba if Pogba makes his fitness test. But it looks like we could have a difficult game, because Crystal Palace have also boasted good players, some trickery ones, and you still have the main threats like Saha in their team. So it's one to watch. At that same time, it's gonna be a test for us, because if we don't nail this one, then we're gonna really start the season with a bad note, because we've already had a very miserable transfer season.
You still talking about that?
You still talking about the transfer season?
So basically, you are giving your excuse early lah. Or let's say the United is not performing. That means transfer season.
First of all, I hate you for saying that. 'Cause it's not. So it's not.
It's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
Yeah.
It's not an excuse.
So
It's a disclaimer.
No, it's
Start.
it's a lesson. It's a lesson to be learned because if you don't act on players, this is what you get. So I mean, good thing is, Pogba seems to be fine. I've seen the training videos and he just came off from COVID. Again, it's a very devastating thing that's going around the world. So keep safe. Always mask.
stay safe, guys.
We are in a very safe environment. So thanks for looking after us. But look after yourself.
Yep.
But again, because of Pogba may not be fit, but we got Donny, we've got Matic, Scott. So in terms of midfield, I'm not so panicked. We might struggle on the wings because
Anybody you're scared of from Crystal Palace?
Zaha.
Yeah.
But Zaha, the previous game against us, he didn't really have a good game because he was really ushered well during that game. They really paid attention to him. So because he is like their main threat and probably their only threat. Honestly, for Crystal Palace, I feel he's like their only threat. And Jordan Ayew is gonna be like I'm gonna spring a surprise on you kind of player because he may just crop up somewhere and put in a goal. Like that's what he did for the season's opening against Crystal Palace last season. So main threat wise Zaha, but again I think if Shaw is gonna play match fit, we should take care of him.
Who's your main threat in attack? Greenwood? You still believe in that?
I mean, I saw so United had a friendly against Aston Villa, which we lost 1-0. But when you look at the overall game, because they were missing obviously the likes of Bruno, Pogba, so the usual suspects. But in terms of the team going forward, they showed a lot of promise. We can even, if we need a change of pace, we can throw in James just to go and disturb the defense of Crystal Palace. So you can really change the momentum and maybe cause fatigue to Crystal Palace. So I believe we have the goods. The main thing is on how they're going to come in together because Bruno has just returned to training because of his international duty. I mean, lack of transfers, yes, bothering me, but just how I'm just pleased. Honestly speaking,
That means your current squad is not good enough. If you're so bothered by transfers.
Valid point.
You insecure?
I am insecure. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie about it because you see the season's gonna be a long one. Fatigue. Okay. In terms of reinforcements, I personally think more is better.
To last the season.
I mean, we are in Champions League this year. Mind you. So this year we've got 4 things to play for. 4 things to play for. So definitely more the merrier.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Chelsea hosting Liverpool. Okay, Mel.
Okay. I think, probably the team that everybody is talking about over the last few weeks. So, we're talking about Chelsea. Okay, but of course, we all know that Chilwell and Hakim Ziyech, they are both definitely out for this game. All right. Then Pulisic with his hamstring that he pulled against Arsenal in the FA Cup. So there's also he was not in the squad for game week 1. So whether would he be back for this game? Probably maybe on the bench. Okay. Then Werner, who suffered a knock against Brighton, okay, is also a doubt for this, but I think he will probably start. Okay, so for Liverpool, I think the most important thing for Liverpool, all right, is to put away that defensive nightmare that they had against Leeds. Okay, and it's time that I think this game, when it's against Chelsea, I think the game against Leeds, to a certain extent, they probably did underestimate Leeds, in my opinion. So maybe against a top side, like Chelsea, who is expected to be fighting for the honours of the league champions this year
Up their
with Liverpool. I think they probably will up their game this year, this weekend. Okay, so no major injuries. Okay, and now with the Thiago announcement, okay, hopefully it will actually boost the morale of the whole squad. All right, yeah. So it's going to be a good game, but I think this will be a very, very low scoring one. Okay, not a high scoring one. It's probably going to be either a 0-0, 1-1 draw. Okay, or either side to nick a 1-goal win. Yeah.
I also not confident actually.
You know,
I think that eventually Chelsea, there are still too many teething issues at this time. So it's probably the best time for Liverpool to play them. And it's at Stamford Bridge.
Yes, exactly.
They don't have the crowd to, like I was mentioning just now about the crowd.
Yes,
so
yes,
Chelsea
yes.
do not have the crowd that is going to be behind them. So I think this may actually turn in the favour of Liverpool. So probably, maybe if there's one team to nick it by that single goal, I think Liverpool will do it.
If let's say our front three is playing the way that they are playing last week,
And our
with Salah,
back four
our
and the
back
keeper
four-
is not playing the way that they did
Yes.
last week.
the back four, I'm basically not depending on our back four lah. I don't know. I'm not depending on our back four, but literally, if let's say Hendo is going to start, right, he's going to wake up the defense by itself. But the main thing is the threat. The threat from
But I
the
think
front three.
Fabinho will probably come in this week.
Yeah,
Fabinho will probably start because he didn't start against Leeds.
Yes.
And I think Klopp realised that his mistake, and that's why Fabinho was actually thrown on at the very early stage in the second half against Leeds.
Who is the main three? If you have a chance to select the main three in the middle, right?
Yeah,
Who is your first choice three?
for this weekend.
Ah,
For this weekend with Chelsea, I probably would go with Fabinho, okay, in the holding midfielders role, okay, Henderson, okay, as the box to box, and probably a more defensive minded guy, okay, in Gini Wijnaldum. So I'll probably go with this three as my midfield trio. Yeah,
I would probably choose Hendo, Keita and
Fabinho.
Fabinho same defensive role, but Keita and Henderson too, because double pivot lah. Probably Fabinho and Henderson, right? They have proven that they have the maturity and the experience to actually go up and down. These two, but I think we need that creativity against Chelsea. Yeah, Keita, which is probably something different lah.
Yeah,
But-
possible as well.
But you are saying that you are unsure. What are you unsure about?
I'm sure because of our defense, the way our defense played. It's like, but that's the thing.
No, you see, it's
we are
always
humans,
the pre-big match jitters.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I think for everybody, we all go through this. Yeah, it's like before you play any big team, and especially when you are away. Okay, so but like I said, I think the good thing is that it's away at a very early stage, and I think Chelsea is still finding their footing in their game. And like I said, Stamford Bridge is empty.
Yeah.
So this could all play into Liverpool's hands because the team is definitely it's a more well-oiled machine as compared to Chelsea.
Correct.
Our resident commentator Farid also was saying that Chelsea was not that impressive, even though their lineup
In fact,
was.
against Brighton, the first half, I think Brighton actually Brighton was the better team in the first half.
so they were
Brighton
very
was the
impressive.
better team.
So
they bossed like 63% possession against
Wow.
Chelsea.
Fantastic.
So I think Brighton did show that, and no disrespect to Brighton, but Brighton is definitely not on the same level as Liverpool. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So, but of course, then again, it's like, is this weekend, of course, it's a different match. It's a different match and different game totally. So, but I think my gut feel,
nick it,
Liverpool will nick it just by the single goal.
I got the feeling that we will nick it also. It's just that the uncertainty, of course, is there lah. That's my word for this season: uncertainty. Leeds versus Fulham. The new promoted teams
Two
are
newly
going to
promoted
battle.
teams.
You want to have a say? Leeds versus Fulham.
Draw.
I'll say Leeds then. I'll say Leeds
also-
because they are
also
motivated after their performance against Liverpool. So they because of that they might win.
Yep.
Yep.
Leeds. I think Leeds will nick it. Yep. Okay.
Leeds for me.
Leeds. And of course, Wolves they are going to host Man City at home.
Draw.
Draw.
I would like a draw because I like Wolves.
Order a draw. One draw, please.
One draw because
draw, yeah.
I think Wolves has been impressive.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive. And they have, I mean, essentially they are a Portuguese team. They've got, mostly Portuguese players.
Yes.
So they've got a new Portuguese player, Fabio Silva, who is touted to be a pretty, a solid player actually. Very young, very fast.
Yes.
And
Nice
he's-
hair as well.
And yeah, he's gonna cause a lot of problem. I mean, Man City again. They've got defensive woes. They've not really spent this
They
season.
bought
Ake, and then
which I kind of like
And
him.
Kurin
I like him.
Torres from Valencia.
Mm.
Yeah.
Defender?
who's a winger.
No, he's a winger.
Winger.
Okay.
He's a
So,
winger.
that is to offset Sane leaving, obviously.
And
So
Silva.
yep, and Silva. And so the thing is, the thing about Man City not spending really this season is, again, they've got good depth, but I'm not too sure against a Wolves team who is going to be very stubborn,
And physical.
they can cause a lot of problem. And I think being at Wolves Stadium, Wolves home, I guess
Correct.
they can even nick it if they're defensively solid. They can even nick it.
I think Wolves will take it.
Oh, Wolves.
I think Wolves will take it.
And plus your
Okay.
jersey nice, Wolves.
Yeah, the jersey there.
Jersey nice,
Wolves will
yeah.
take it.
Really
Yeah,
nice.
because
Really
I
nice.
still feel that, like what Shakti should say, I think the City's defense is going to be the Achilles heel.
They know their defense is weak, but they buy more attackers.
Oh, they bought a defender. What?
Yeah, but the thing, I think you need to
The
secure.
thing about Ake is,
He's a
is
left-sided centre back.
correct.
He's a left-sided when you already have Laporte playing in that position. So it's like I don't know whether I may be wrong, but I've never seen two left-legged centre backs playing in the middle of defense before. You know what I mean? I've never seen a left-legged centre back playing on the right side of a back four. Okay, I mean we do see right-legged centre backs playing on the left side, but I've never seen the other way around. So Ake, whether is he brought in as a cover for left back, which I don't think so, when he has really quite a fair bit of abundance on the full back's position. So it has to be in the centre back role. When you have
And he's short. So when it comes to set pieces, they may have the edge because Wolves players are big,
Yeah.
tall.
And can
Physical.
outmuscle.
Yeah, physical.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking at. So I'm looking at Wolves.
You also, is it Wolves? Or you draw?
What thing?
We all Wolves, right?
No, I choose Wolves win of course. Order 4
Yeah.
win for Wolves, please.